Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna to all devotees. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. This week, the report is from 23rd to 29th. So we have 75 people on 23rd, 78 people attended on 24th, 99 people on 25th, 73 on 26th, 75 on 27th, 73 on 28th, and 69 on 29th. And circle-wise, I will make it more visible from next week, Prabhu. Currently, this week we have 9 people from Nityananda Circle, 27 from Gauranga Circle. I may not be sure the names, Prabhu. 1, 2. Advaita Circle 21, Radha Gopinath Circle 25, and Coimbatore Circle 7. We have uncategorized people still 76. So please, I request all the devotees to put their circle numbers before their name. And also some are still not putting their name. Still I get iPad, iPhone, or the phone names. So please, I all request the devotees so that it will be easy for us to prepare the report also and to follow up the circle leaders. And people with 100% we have 29, and people with 75% we have 31 people. So I'm just scrolling the names. Hare Krishna Prabhu. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Prabhu, for your wonderful seva of presenting this consistently, doing this seva. We will all pray once for Prabhu's family, Prabhu and his family's spiritual advancement, and performing this wonderful service.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So today marks the last day of Damodar month, the last day of Bhishma Panchavrata, last day of the Chaturmasya. So, just a minute. So we have been discussing about pure devotional service, and today the last characteristics of pure devotional service, and we will recite a shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam and speak few minutes on this topic. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatir Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavatir Naishtaki. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 14. On the chapter entitled Lord Krishna Explains the Yoga System to Sri Uddhava. 20th Shloka. You're all able to see my screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Na sadayati mam yogo, na sankyam dharma uddhava, na swadhyayas tapastyago, yatha bhaktir mama urjitha. Na sadayati mam yogo, na sankyam dharma uddhava, na swadhyayas tapastyago, yatha bhaktir mama urjitha. So last time, devotees can repeat after me. Nasadayati mam yogo,
Nasadayati mam yogo,
nasankyam dharma uddhava,
Nasankhya Dharma Uddhava,
naswadhyayas tapastyago,
Naswadhyaya Sapastyago,
yatha bhaktir mamorjitha.
Yatha Bhaktir Mamojita.
Translation purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. My dear Uddhava, the unalloyed devotional service renders to me by my devotees brings me under their control. I cannot be thus controlled by those engaged in mystic yoga, Samkhya philosophy, pious work, Vedic study, austerity, or renunciation. Purport. One may make Krishna the goal of mystic yoga, Samkhya philosophy, etc. Yet, such activities do not please the Lord as much as direct loving service, which one practices by hearing and chanting about the Lord and executing His mission. Sri Rupa Goswami states, Jnana Karmadi Anavritam. Madhya Leela, 19th chapter, 167th verse. A devotee should simply depend on Krishna and should not unnecessarily complicate his loving service with tendencies towards fruity work or mental speculation. The residents of Vrindavan simply depend on Lord Krishna. When the great serpent Aghasura appeared in the precincts of Vraja, the cowherd boys, completely confident in their friendships with Lord Krishna, fearlessly marched into the serpent's gigantic mouth. Such pure love for Krishna brings the Lord under the control of the devotee. Harihi Om Tatsat Om Jnana Timirandasya Vinanjana Shalakya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagagana Raghunatha Mitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagagana Lalitam Shri Vishakhanvitam Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhana Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jagadaka Swami Vinam Acharya Vadaya Padayani Gauragadana Hare Krishna. So in this verse, Krishna is speaking to Uddhava. So we are speaking the series of topics on the topic of pure devotional service. And especially to speak these topics on these auspicious occasions of Damodar month and also the Bhishma Panchaka Vrata increases our appetite for pure devotional service, which is the conclusion of the whole Shastras. And here Krishna defines one of the characteristics of the pure devotional service, which is called as Shri Krishna Akarshanam. So we saw in 1 minute, I am just so we saw there are 6 characteristics of pure devotional service. Kleshagni, Subhada, Moksha Lagutakrit, Sudurlabha, Santrananda Visheshatma, Shri Krishna Akarshani. So you would have heard about all other 5 characteristics. So this is a unique quality of Krishna's pure devotional service, that is the Shri Krishna Akarshani, which we are going to discuss, which is explained in this verse by Krishna. Just a minute. 1 minute. Yeah. So we saw that the pure devotional service is Akarshani, means it attracts Krishna. And it is very difficult to get the attention of the Lord, because here the Uddhava, Krishna is telling that even if somebody performs mystic yoga and becomes expert in Samkhya philosophy, and he is expert in the pious work, Vedic study, austerity, and he is very renounced, he cannot attract me like a pure devotee. So this is the power of pure devotional service, and we saw that the definition of pure devotional service. And Prabhupada also writes here that one should, what is in their endeavor to practice Krishna consciousness, one should give up their tendencies for jnana and karma, fully devoid of all material desires, and make this material desire sunyam. And we should perform a anukulyenana Krishna anushilan. We have to perform devotional service which are favorable disposition. That is what brings Krishna under the control of a devotee. So all other things, see, even the jnana or austerity or renunciation which you perform, if it makes you proud, that jnana or austerity no use. It is said that Lakshmi Devi wanted to enter into, from Vaikunta, wanted to enter into Rasa Leela. But she was not allowed because she was trying to enter into the Rasa Leela, but she had the mood of, I am the queen of Vaikunta. Because of that bhava she had, she was not able to enter into the Rasa Leela, the greatest pastime of Lord Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. So the prime thing in pure devotional service is humility. Even in our surrender, 6 qualities. One is to be humble and meek. And that is what attracts Krishna. Now, what is that Akarshana? It is actually Sri Krishna Akarshana. Krishna gets attracted to a devotee. Means what? Means actually Krishna wants to become a servant of his devotee. See, generally we saw when Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first time in Ramakeli, they were just wearing a kaupin, a small towel, and then they were keeping a straw in their teeth and falling like a rod in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That place is there. Still, if you go to Ramakeli, I think we had with all devotees in Coimbatore, Maharaj took us a year before. Wonderful place. Beautiful place where they met exactly under a tree, and we can see a huge deity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a sannyas form dancing. So there we saw they all fell like a rod, and they asked, they humbly, Sanatana Goswami said, my dear Lord, we have been looking for your association and we have got your association. Now, see, everybody claims we are very learned. And actually they were factually they were learned. They knew Sanskrit, they knew Roman, Greek, and they were very intelligent. You know why Nawab wanted Sanatana Goswami as Prime Minister and Rupa Goswami as Chief Minister? Because they were very intelligent and they were very meticulously giving decisions in the problems which the Nawab had. So actually Nawab even threatened Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami to perform the seva which Rupa and Sanatan didn't wanted, because they wanted to work under Mohammedan and lose their Hindu tradition or the Vedic culture. So they said, when they met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they said, see, everybody consider us a great person, but we are such a fool that we believe also. Then they continued, why we are a fool, but because we don't know who I am. Why am I this? These sufferings are imposed upon us. I don't know. Please instruct us. So that is this was their first interaction when they met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu revealed the greatest philosophy of Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, of the soul's inherent quality. What was that? Anybody?
Jivera Swarupa hai Krishna Nityadas.
Yes. So Mahaprabhu revealed all Jiva's tendency is to become servant of Krishna. Swayam. That is the Swarupa. So here, when that Jiva becomes a very pure devotee, with unalloyed devotional service performed, just depending on Krishna, and here in the purport, it is written, what is that unalloyed? It means to simply depend on Krishna. See, we are all performing high devotional service. Let us say Krishna puts you at a very tough situation. In your life, you have never seen such a tough. We will run towards astrologer, we will run towards other demigods, even if you are a second initiated devotee. If you don't have faith on Krishna. That is why in the purport, it is written, we should simply depend on Krishna. Like, he gives the example of Agasura. These Gopas, when they went inside, I think somebody presented. Who presented? Agasura, I think. Somebody presented the Agasura demon. So, in the purport, it is written, we have to simply depend on Krishna. Whatever it is. Asilsya va padaratam pinashtuma adarshanan marmahatam karotu. And sometimes we always feel that, I am very perfect. Nothing can shake me. But if Krishna shakes you little, that's all. So, Krishna will put you to various tests to test your faith. And you will become restless, what to do, what not to do. So, we should simply depend, and that is pure devotional service. And that attracts Krishna. So then what happens is, that attracts Krishna means what? Krishna wants to become a subservient of the devotee. That is why we can see that Krishna becomes Damodar. And in this pastime, that Satyavrata Muni is telling that Yashoda is taking a stick and chasing Krishna. And Krishna is running. But if you see all the yogis, Sankhya philosophers, the Vedava, the Rathas, the Tapasvis, the renunciants, they're all doing tapasya for so long to catch Krishna. In Brahma Samhita, there is a wonderful shloka that even if you travel in the speed of the mind for millions of years, you cannot approach Krishna. Vedeshu durlabham adurlabham atma bhaktam. So only even by Vedic thing, by performance of also one cannot attain Krishna. Yashoda, because of his pure devotion service, was chasing Krishna. Nanda Maharaj was asking Krishna, please bring the shoes. And then we can see even 5,000 years before, when Lord Krishna came, he played the role of a Partha Sarathi, driver. Driver, job. We may say Partha Sarathi, but literally if you take he drove the chariot for Krishna. And we saw how menial job is to drive a chariot. Driving a car is okay, because the owner will not place your feet on your back. But being a chariot driver means the person who is fighting in difficult situation, not able to convey any information to the master or to the person who is driving, he places his feet, because both his hands are occupied in keeping a bow and arrow and targeting the opponent, and there is a huge sound. Lakhs of people fighting. Sound is arrows are going through. What you will convey? So it is said that the person in the chariot can keep his feet on the back of the driver and tell which way the chariot can be driven. So that is how, when the Srirangam Brahmana was reading Bhagavad Gita every day, he was crying. Mahaprabhu asked the reason for crying. Mahaprabhu asked, "Oh Brahmana, why are you crying? Are all the people who are laughing at your cry that you are unable to read and unable to pronounce? Is that what is hurting you and making you to cry?" He said, "No, no, no, no. I am least bothered about my external situations." And the Brahmana said, "Whenever I turn the pages of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which I am doing on the order of my spiritual master to read Bhagavad Gita every day, all slokas, he told me to read. And then I'm reading every day. But I don't see anything in Bhagavad Gita. In the pages of Bhagavad Gita, I only see the beautiful form of Lord Krishna as a Sarathi for his friend Partha. So when I see this, I feel ecstatic. How such a great person. My tears are flowing from my eyes. Such a great person. He is becoming a menial servant for his great devotee. And this is Sri Krishna Akarshana. So we should understand how Krishna is looking for that love for his devotees. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna mentions this only by bhakti in 2 places. In 3 places he says. I don't know, there will be more also. Bhaktiyama abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha. Only by bhakti I can be attained. And in another place, 11th chapter, Krishna is telling, Bhaktyattu ananya sakya aham eva vidu arjuna. I can be only attained by bhakti. And then Krishna is telling in the 9th chapter, Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. That aham bhakti upahritam ashnami priyatatmanaha. Only by bhakti I can be attained. 2 times he mentions. So we should give up all our fruitive and philosophical and all our personal motives on this auspicious day of Bhishma Panchaka and other things. Simply we should practice pure devotional service, ready to take all the test of Maya and Krishna. And we should always know every test Krishna puts us is to make us more determined in our devotional path. If that faith is there, Krishna will help us. When our faith totters, so what will happen? Will Krishna protect me? Or Krishna will give me this, or what is? Then Krishna may not be attracted to your type of consciousness. So we should pray to Krishna on this auspicious day, that we should all come to the platform of pure devotional service and try to see all these 6 characteristics develop inherently when we practice our devotional service day to day. And mainly here in the purport, here it is said, one should, what does the purport says? What is the direct loving service is which one practices by hearing chanting about the Lord and executing his mission. It's very important. So it's not only every day we chant and hear, to execute his mission. That is what is the sixth category of our surrender. Whatever is Krishna's interest, that is my only interest. And Krishna doesn't have any other interest in this material world. There is only one interest, that is to gradually train everybody, give them the knowledge of Krishna consciousness to send them back home, back to Godhead. That is the only mission of Krishna's creation. There is nothing else. So we should perform pure devotional service of Shravanam and Kirtanam and come to the platform of executing his mission, becoming his instrument to propagate this Krishna consciousness. That should be our goal, life's goal. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Katara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, pure devotional service ki jai, Gaur Premanandi. Okay, 3 more minutes. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, you can feel free to speak, otherwise we can end. So devotees who are following the Bhishma Panchakat and they break their fast on the end of the day after they see the moon. Today, one thing is special about the moon is, at least scientifically, you can see the moon is very closer to Earth. That's what they say. But you will see a bright moon. So you can take darshan of the moon and devotees can break their fast. So today also is the Rasa Leela performed by Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Can you say something about Rasa Purnima, Prabhu?
Yeah.
1 or 2 minutes.
Okay. So 2-3 times all disciples asked Prabhupada about Rasa Leela. And then Prabhupada is speaking some philosophy. He doesn't speak Rasa Leela. So even though Prabhupada wrote about these pages in Krishna, we are all not elevated to speak about Rasa Leela. But at least we can understand the mood of the gopis. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us Ramya Kajit Upashanam Prajapatu Vargena Kalpitha. Even though he was a sannyasi, renunciant, he was speaking about the devotion of the gopis. So one may wonder why a sannyasi speaks about the devotion of a young damsels of Vrindavan. So because they had a selfless service. We can see Srila Prabhupada. So the mood is, this is what we have to take it. We have to take the selfless mood of the gopis. They were ready to give up everything. Prabhupada tells, when Krishna played the flute, they dropped everything and they came just in the dead of the night. And Krishna said, you please go away. You see, it's like, very strong statement. In the dead of the night, you gave up everything and coming, and Krishna is telling you, oh, you all gave everything. What others will think, you please go back. If they go back, will they be accepted? Like, you give up everything, all your family, this, and you join full time, and in the temple, they say you go back to your family. The first question is, will my family and all the people, I gave up everything and came to Krishna consciousness, they are telling to go back. So that was their consciousness. So the mood of the gopis is selflessness and always in separation, serving Krishna. And the Prabhupada is telling that they have such a devotion that 2 gopis, they are very angry with Krishna because he left and went. And they are discussing. What is the discussion? See, we should forget Krishna today. Okay, that is our plan. Krishna was doing this Leela, killing Agasura. You should not discuss all these things. We should forget. And that day, Krishna was killing Putana. So we should not discuss all those things and we should forget. Like that, they are discussing whole day, thinking that we have to forget Krishna, and they are discussing about Krishna. That was the devotion of the gopis. So instead of reading and understanding Rasa Leela, the mood of the Rasa Leela is to have selfless devotion. And that can be understood from Srila Prabhupada's life and his disciples. They don't have anything rather than selflessly serving the spiritual master and his mission. So that is the actual mood of Rasa Leela. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So thank you all for joining. Rishi Vishwa Panchaka Vrata ki Jai Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Srila Gurudev ki pure devotional service ki Go Premanandi.
Hare Krishna. So,
Last one small clarification, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
The devotees, those who are following Bhishma Panchak, could you please suggest what would be the best items, the prasada?
You can eat whatever you want. Actually, keep yourself. See, generally, we keep things light because 5 days you have taken only fruits. I still remember during my initial days of Vishnu Panchak, in a small community, we used to get 45 items and we eat everything. And that 5 days of bliss will be lost after eating the whole feast, and the whole stomach is loaded and you have a great pain. So eat something light because your system cannot take all the things, because 5 days it has taken only fruits. Your intestine and stomach is contracted because no cooked food. So take something very light and then maybe tomorrow you can take. That's a general rule for all fasting and feasting. But sometimes there is a wrong calculation happens in our breaking. We heavily load our eating and that affects the whole system. So take something very light, take some khichdi, and basically they break with all the 4 Chaturmasi items, papat and some milk and some idli dosas, some saak, like that. They take some items like that and break the fast, and from tomorrow you can be normal. Okay?
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
So, Hare Krishna. So again, we'll all be joining tomorrow at 4:30. So going forward, the chanting time is 4:30 to 6:30. So this is a standard we are going to follow. So all the devotees are requested to log in at 4:30.